Welcome back. Every school has its diehard fans.
There's a small group of fans in Byron that takes supporting the Tigers to another level. Byron isn't only the home of the Tigers, it's also the home of
the Tigers. The Tigers.
They are the Byron SuperFans.
3, 2, 1.
Good afternoon, Tiger Nation.
4 teachers from the science department at the high school who gather on Fridays to make a video predicting the outcome of that night's football game.
We've got a game brewing tonight. Showdown with the Crusaders, is that correct?
That's correct.
They've got their Byron mugs, hats, and other attire, and the accents mimicking the old Bears superfans from the Saturday Night Live skits. The 4 men are Mike McHale, Ryan Danhorn, Dwayne Prox, and James Jackson. They began making videos when the Byron girls basketball team was winning back-to-back state championships in 2016 and 17.
We made a couple videos
on YouTube.
They were really long, drawn out,
scripted. We were really looking for a way to boost the school climate and culture at the time and get kids more engaged with sports teams. It seemed like kind of sports were going, attendance was low and kids weren't really supporting each other, and we were looking for a way to fix that.
The Superfans promote all the sports and activities at Byron.
Speaking of the golfers, I take home a regional championship yesterday.
Nothing but wins.
Nothing but win. Nice job. The swimmers, 9-0. All we do is swim. Good deal.
But the football team is the Superfans' bread and butter, and with the football team undefeated, ranked #1 in the state, and blowing out teams, it's made for the Superfans and their outrageous predictions.
I'll give Stillman Valley the coin toss. I think it goes downhill after there.
But I think we're going to score every time we have the ball. I don't think they're going to score any time they have the ball.
72-0.
I'm going to go with 482 to nothing.
Have you guys ever predicted Byron's football team to lose a game?
Well, no.
Mr. Lever.
That doesn't even go together.
Yeah, they don't. I've never seen a sentence with
loss and Boyer and football.
Can't comprehend.
Yeah.
The Superfans often use props in their videos.
Good God. Who we playing this week, guys?
Hawks.
Hawks.
The Oregon Hawks.
Oh, there.
We're thinking of something like this. I'll be honest, I'm thinking that this thing might have a better chance than the Oregon. This thing.
They sometimes incorporate other teachers in their videos, like this instance where teacher Adam Gura provided a lesson on the Greeks' use of the Trojan horse and applied it to football.
What we noticed was that the Athenians were going into the Trojan horse.
Was that a sneak attack?
That is. So what we have to find out here is, class, the lesson of the day is watch out for the sneak attack. Yes.
So we just have to tell Boyer, watch out for like trick plays and things like that.
Or a quarterback sneak maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Danhorn always adds a little history of his own during the videos based on the football team's opponent that week.
You know, the first crusade started in 1092, and
Columbus? That is
1490.
that was several years later. So in the 18th century, there was a famous painter, and he painted a scene of Viking raiders with horns on. Okay, this was later propagated by Richard Wagner.
Hey there, Superfans.
Sometimes they'll go up on the school roof to shoot their videos. Thursdays are also big days for the Superfans. That's when they do their weekly trivia contest with students in the hallways.
First question. He's big, blue, and hangs out with Big Bird.
Cookie Monster.
There you go. Congratulations.
There was also that time when McHale joined the Byron band at halftime.
That was lit.
What's the craziest thing you guys have ever done?
With the Superfans?
To me, I think the craziest one was probably we had a co-host or a guest, male English teacher Adam Gura, gave birth to a soccer ball.
Oh,
That was our Jump the Shark episode.
Yeah, that was a left turn that no one was expecting.
Yeah.
But what the Superfans enjoy more than anything is showing their reverence for head football coach Jeff Boyer, much like the Bears Superfans did with Coach Ditka.
Obviously, Coach Boyer comes up here, and he's a good guy for taking some ribbing.
They like to give Coach Boyer wardrobe tips for each game based on the weather conditions.
Looks like they covered the sidelines, you know.
So Coach, you can wear the white shoes. I think you'll be
are
okay.
fine.
Students, administrators, and fellow teachers enjoy the Superfans videos.
Well, we posted one the other day at lunch, I think, and when I went to my third block class, a kid was already watching it.
Oh, I had a parent stop me and say we were the highlight of her day. I told her her day probably isn't a very good day, but...
So now you know the Superfans. The only thing we don't know yet is how they predict this season will end for the football team.
Big trophy.
Rings.
Hoisting a trophy.
Boyer with a medal.
Yeah.
We should have known.
Go Tigers! Go Tigers!
Those guys are a riot, Samantha. They make going to school a lot of fun for those students and the other faculty members down there.
Yeah, I can imagine. I understand they made you an honorary superfan. I'm jealous.
Yes, they did. They did, complete with a Byron t-shirt here. So I'm pretty pumped at that. Thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun. Hey, we're going to look back.